Occupations play a big factor when you start in a Project Zomboid run. And as of now, there are 24 occupations to choose from, which I'm gonna rank them based on current state of the game, so things may change in future. And I have to mention, since there is no correct way to play the game and these rankings are on my personal opinion, so please let me know your thoughts about this list in the comments. Alright, with that being said, let's get into the ranking. Starting off very strong, we have Veteran. This was a really good occupation with a fantastic trait that comes with it. I mean, sure, this trait would have ranked higher if there was no skill books to level aiming, but that's not the case now. Unfortunately, for a massive -8 starting points, I'm gonna have to put this on situational. Next, we have Fire Officer. This is a great package of skills to start your run with, and having that extra fitness and strength is always a cherry on top, as it's a real pain to level those skills. With no downside to this occupation, I'm gonna have to put it in the great tier. Next, we have a new occupation, Livestock Farmer, with some really good skills regarding animals and farming lifestyle overall, and unique skills actually, because you can't get these skills from any choosable trait, I think. But regardless, with the -2 starting points, I'm gonna have to put this job in the situational. Next, we have Good Old Unemployed, which for those of you who don't know, you have 8 starting points to spend however you like it. As I said, there are some rare skills, like electrical for example, that you can't get from the traits, but regardless of that, Unemployed goes top of the great tier. Next, we have our first S tier occupation. I know what I said about aiming and skill books, but hear me out on this one. Police Officer is actually one of the 4 main ways to play the game, and I explain more on this later, but if you enjoy shooting and gun gameplay, this is definitely your guy. Not to mention bonus Nimble skill, with -4 starting points, this bad boy is going to S tier. Next, we have Construction Worker. This trait I think really started to shine in build 42 with new muscle fatigue system and how it works. And beside that, you get a bonus to maintenance skill and level 3 in short blunt, which makes your fighting way easier in the earlier days. This occupation goes to great tier. Next, we have Park Ranger. When I said one of the 4 main ways to play the game, I mean if you wanna make an off-grid, live off the land type of character, this occupation is just a full package. Moving faster through trees, trapping, foraging, less affected by weather and bunch of recipes for various traps. With a -4 in the starting points, this is a solid S tier job. Next, we have Security Guard, which comes with an interesting trait, Night Owl, which makes you recover fatigue faster and be more alert when sleeping. I mean, light-footed is a solid skill, but +2 to running is not that important. And overall, with the -2 starting points, this occupation goes into C tier. Next, we have Carpenter. Carpentry skill was always useful in this game, and nothing's changed now in that regard. Well, nothing that I know of at least. If anything, carpenters now have access to make a bunch of tools, weapons and cool stuff too, so with a +1 starting point, this job is still one of the great ones out there. Next, we have Burglar, bread and butter for sneaky builds. This job comes with a unique trait, which you can hotwire cars and less likely to break windows, and you can climb ropes faster. You get a +2 to nimble as well as light-footed and sneaking, which is a very hard skill to level. With a -6 starting points, which is a bit expensive, but this job is still one of the main ones for those of you who love to sneak around unnoticed. Goes straight into S tier. Next, we have Chef, which comes with a unique trait called Cook. This job is good for those of you guys who enjoy cooking and eating a delicious home-cooked food, because other than that, with a -4 starting points and nothing else to show for it, this job is definitely not worth it. Next up, we have DIY Expert. This is a fun job. It's a mixture of carpenter and construction worker kinda, which is already great. And with 2 skills and maintenance and bunch of recipes to craft various weapons, items, this job definitely earned a spot in the middle of great tier. Next, we have Crop Farmer, which you get a +3 skill in farming. I mean, farming was great back in build 41 and this occupation was still useless back then. But in build 42 things are a bit different, farming is not even fully reliable source of food. So with that being said, you are better off picking any other occupation unless you wanna roleplay as a farmer. With a +2 starting points, this job is officially garbage. Next we have Angler. You get +3 to fishing and +1 to foraging. Fishing is still one of the best sources of food late game, but being a fisherman is in fact not any help to you in your early days of struggle. So with a -2 starting points, this job is definitely not worth it. Next we have doctor. Well, unless you are role playing as a doctor in multiplayer, I don't see any other reason to pick this occupation. I guess +1 to short blade is kinda good, but that's not enough to carry this job. It's straight into garbage. Unfortunately, the same things that I just said goes for nurses as well. You get a +1 to lightfoot with a +2 in the starting points. This job is also garbage. Next up we have one of my favorites, lumberjack. Having this job comes with a unique trait which you can swing your axes faster. Overall, an amazing job with a 0 starting points. There is nothing much to say about this one. Bonuses to a strength, maintenance, axes obviously. Just great tier. Next up we have fitness instructor. This one comes with a trait nutritionist. As you probably know, you can already walk faster than the zombies. So there is no point in running, right? Well, not exactly. This is a great job if you are playing against sprinters. And with a huge +3 to fitness, it's a solid occupation. With a -6 starting points, this one goes into middle of the list. Very situational. Next up we have mechanic, which comes with the trait amateur mechanic. This is a really good one if you love fixing cars. But I think where this job really stands out is in multiplayer, and it's not much of a help in single player. So with a -4 starting points, this is a situational job. Next up we have burger flipper, which is fantastic occupation if you want to take advantage of knives and short blades in general, as they cost little to no stamina if you want to get comfortable fighting that way. Burger flipper comes with a cook trait with a +2 starting points. This is a high situational. Next up we have electrician with a +3 to electrical skill, and you can operate generators right off the bat. This is a okay job because I know it's hard to find how to operate generators magazine. Regardless, with a -4 in the starting points, this one is definitely not worth it. Next up we have engineer. You can make explosive bombs and traps, which is kinda cool, I guess, and could be game changer sometimes, but other than that, this job cannot compete with other ones ranked higher. With a -4 starting points, it's really situational. Next up we have metal worker with a +3 to welding, which you can craft various metal objects. This one is kinda one of the late game jobs and won't be any help to you until later stages of the game. With a -6 in the starting points, it's just not worth it. Last occupation on our list is blacksmith, which you get a +4 to metalworking and +1 to maintenance, and comes with a trait blacksmith knowledge. It's quite the process setting up a full working forge and actually start to craft weapons and stuff. So this one is also one of the late game ones, but don't get me wrong, blacksmith is one of the best ones in late game. Well, that concludes our list for ranking every occupation in the game. I would really like to know if you agree or disagree, or what will you change about this list. So let me know that in the comments. Subscribe to help our small channel grow. I love you all. Stay safe. Goodbye.